Perfect. Okay, so now this is being recorded. Okay, so first let's take a look at all the ingredients that we would need. Okay, first let's see what we're going to cook today, right? So we're going to make a filling. And usually a filling is something that you can put within, any of your base food. Your base food is like a tortilla or a taco, bread, or even mix it with rice, right? So when you talk about a filling, your base ingredient for the filling can be like a meat. It can be like a ground chicken, or it can be like a mock meat. I mean, I'm actually using the mock meat today. What I'm using is it's called Smart Ground. I'll just show you. So it is a plant-based product here. You get this in most of the supermarkets, and it is extremely handy. And if you don't have one of this, you could also use tofu, or if there is soya chunks at home, you can just soak the soya chunks. If you want to know what a soya chunk is, hopefully I should be having a packet. I don't know where it is right now, but anyway, I'll figure it out and I'll show you by the end of the show. So you can actually soak the soya chunks in hot water, kind of squeeze them, and then put that into your mixie and then just kind of crumble it, right? So that would look like meat. So you could also use that. And then pretty much, all the other ingredients, what we have here is like onions and red peppers or green pepper or any color pepper, celery sticks. If you don't have celery sticks, then you can do cabbage, you can do mushroom. You can also do a little bit of the black beans or the red beans. So you can be extremely creative here. Whatever you have, which you know that that goes into like a stir fry, they could actually go into this dish. And then we have ginger garlic, and then we have taco seasoning. If you don't have taco seasoning, a very good alternative is to mix a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of coriander powder, a little bit cumin, pepper, and then dried oregano. So we'll talk about how much of each when we actually begin cooking. And then, of course, for the garnish, you have coriander leaves, and then you can add corn, you can add mint, you can add coriander leaves, all of that. Okay? So perfect. So my big helper today is Tapti. Tapti, do you want to join? Okay, she doesn't want to show her face, but that's okay. So if I get stuck somewhere, she's going to help me out. Okay, so let's get started. I am not using the exhaust fan because if I use the exhaust fan, it's going to be pretty much a lot of noise is going to be there. So we'll cook without the exhaust fan here, and we have the pan ready. I'd like to show you one ingredient that I love. So this is called, this taco seasoning is basically from Celery and Spice. Celery and Spice is a website where they sell really good spices, right? Their taco seasoning is good. Their chili flakes are good. Their Italian seasoning blend is good. Their pasta seasoning is amazing. So, I mean, I just love this shop. Okay. Anyway, I'm not promoting them, but I just like them a lot. Okay. So Ganesh, if anybody has any questions, just unmute them so that they can talk to me.
Sure, yes. Let me do that. Yeah.
Anybody has any questions?
I think that a couple of people raised their hands. Let me unmute them. Hold on a second. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. I will intersect.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Some of you did not look at this properly, so I'm not sure if you can see this. Can you see it? Yeah? Okay. So it's called Celery. I mean, it's called Celery and Spice. I mean, I can basically send an image of this later. Okay. So I've switched on. I've turned on the gas. I mean, whoever is working along with me, please turn on your stoves. And then what we're going to do first is start with olive oil. A little olive oil.
Hey, there is a Shri. There's a question from ATG iPhone X. I don't know who's ATG iPhone X.
Okay, that is Arun.
Let me unmute for a second there.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay, I have a small question now.
Okay.
I actually, wait, what was the packet that you showed?
It is a taco seasoning. It's taco seasoning. It is called Celery and Spice. It's a brand called Celery and Spice. It's taco seasoning. Okay. Okay, fair enough. So now we have the oil, which is hot. So the next thing that we're going to do is I have grated garlic. I have grated ginger and I have garlic here. So the first thing that we're going to do is
They can't see because this is spotlight. Let's change it.
okay. Okay, guys, if you cannot see my span, what you could do is you could go to the video gallery, and then what you could do is click on the pan video and then double click it, and that will become the spotlight video for you.
I'm just making the pan video spotlight for a little bit so people can see that as well.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Vinay.
Okay.
Okay, so what we have here is first crushed garlic. If you don't have, I love garlic crushers. If you don't have a garlic crusher, that is fine. You will have to use a grater and then grate the garlic or just cut it into tiny pieces. So we have garlic and then we have grated ginger. Okay, perfect. And then you don't have to, you need to be extremely careful. The gas is actually in like a minimum flame now. If you actually kind of keep like a high flame, all of your garlic and ginger would burn. Though some people like burnt garlic, some people don't like it either. So it's up to you. And the next thing is chopped onions. Okay, once I add the onions, I'm going to slightly increase the heat here. Okay, so we have onions, we have garlic, ginger, nice aroma. Okay, let that get cooked a bit. Okay, while that is getting sauteed.
Can you slow down a bit?
Oh, okay. I can't slow down. So, what do we do if we don't have taco seasoning at home, right? If you don't have taco seasoning at home, your option would be to take chili powder, a little bit of coriander powder, a little bit of cumin powder, a little bit of garlic powder. If you don't have garlic powder, that's fine. And then a little bit of black pepper powder, and definitely you would need oregano, the dry oregano leaves. They're very popular. Any grocery store would actually have it. I can also show it here. Any grocery store should be able to have it. And these are dried oregano leaves, which you kind of use it in your pastas or also in your salad.
Hey Vijay, the camera and audio in front of the pan is better. So if
Okay.
you want to talk closer to the pan, it's good. Yeah. If you want to show something, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so that's there. And preferably, I love the cayenne peppers. These are also really, really good. They add a very good flavor to your food. So these are some things that you can have it, handy. And if you don't have them in now, it's okay. Once all of the social distancing gets over, you can chop these up. Okay, so we have onions that are being sauteed. The next thing that I'm going to add here is I'm going to add the celery, right? I have celery and I have peppers here. If you have any other vegetable that is more harder, like a harder vegetable, you would add those vegetables first. In this case, I'm adding the chopped celery. And then I'm also going to add the finely chopped yellow peppers. We only had yellow peppers at home. Again, thanks to Sapti for chopping all of these vegetables. She's been like a big helper. And I'm hoping that she will make this dish for me sometime this week without any of my help. Okay, perfect. So,
Hey, Vijay, I think people are feeling you're too fast. So if we can slow down a little bit.
oh, okay. Okay, I will slow down. So next thing what I'm going to do is, this is the mock meat from Whole Foods. So I'm just crumbling them. If you have tofu with you, right, what I would recommend doing is take your firm tofu or the extra firm tofu and you go ahead and crumble them Go ahead, crumble them nicely. And then keep them ready. Fair enough. Perfect. Any of you have any questions? I see a lot of chat comments. You can call me minutes. No problem. Okay, perfect.
So Vijay, I think you're closer to the pan. For some reason, the audio is better. So I think if we stay
Okay.
close.
Okay, I will stay closer to the pan.
Yeah.
So we just need to make sure that this vegetables are sauteed nicely. You don't want to actually overcook your vegetables. That's something that I don't like because you use paneer instead of beef. Okay, the question here is, can we use paneer instead of tofu? Yes, you can use paneer. The one thing with paneer is it is a really, I mean, it's cheese, right? It is cottage cheese. It's more softer than the tofu. So my recommendation would be, if you're using paneer, go a little bit more Indian than a little bit more Mexican, right? So I would add a little bit of garam masala to it, and then use it the same way instead of. You could add a little bit of taco seasoning, but paneer would be better with the garam masala combination than with the taco combination. How to use soya chunks? Okay, so let me see if I can find a soya chunk packet. Yes, I do have one. Okay, so these are soya chunks. So what you do with this is you take about 2 cups or about 1 cup of this, because even 1 cup would be pretty significant for a couple of people. So you take the soya chunks and you will soak them in hot water, and then for about 2 minutes. And after that, what you will do is you will wash the soya chunks to kind of cool it down, squeeze all the water out, and then you will put it in your mixer, in your blender, and then just run your blender for a minute, right? Or less than a minute. And then all those soya chunks will crumble, and it will look exactly like the mock meat that I showed you. That's how you use that. Okay, perfect. So people who are cooking along with me, it's all good? All good, Auntie? Okay. Akshay, are you all good? Yeah? Okay, Meena, we can only see you. Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay. Wait, they're already cooking. Oh, there are other people. There is Priya. Oh, Priya is also cooking. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's nice. And then there's Sanjay Lakshman. Okay. Perfect. And then there's Janani. Oh, there are a lot of people cooking. Awesome. Awesome, kids. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So my vegetables are kind of cooked. Okay. So I'm going to move on here, and I'll give some time for all of you to catch up. So at this particular point in time, even before I add the mock meat, I like to season my vegetables. So I like to season every single layer, right? In this case, vegetables is one layer, the meat is the second layer. So let's go ahead and season the vegetables first, okay? What we're going to do is salt. Go easy on the salt. There are 2 things that you have to go easy on. One is the chili powder. The second one is the salt. If you put more of that, then obviously you cannot correct it. Start with very less amount, and then taste it. And if you need, and if the food needs more, then you can add more. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add taco seasoning. So, okay, I do taco seasoning, and since me and Tapsi like spicy food, I am going to put about half a teaspoon of tiny peppers, Kids, please go easy on this. Oh, Prithvi is also cooking. Awesome. Okay, so we have people cooking from different states, which is amazing. Okay, so here we have, what did we add? We added salt. We added salt. We added chili powder, and then we added taco seasoning. Now, if you do not have taco seasoning, start with half a teaspoon of chili powder. I mean, a smaller teaspoon, right? Not like a big teaspoon. A smaller teaspoon of chili powder. Half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of cumin, a little bit of oregano, and a little bit of cumin powder, and a little bit of pepper powder. Okay. Perfect. So, because this is mock meat, some of them do like cinnamon. So if you want, you can add a little bit of cinnamon powder, very little bit, because cinnamon has a very strong flavor, and it's kind of good for, especially when you add chicken or like ground chicken or something. It's really good. So you can add a little bit of cinnamon powder. Okay. Now I like my filling to be extremely flavorful. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of oregano leaves. Or if you have Italian seasoning in your house, you can also add that. Perfect. So now we've added all of that. There's also another secret ingredient. This, you can add it or not add it, but it gives you a really nice flavor. And that is your pasta sauce, because we didn't add any tomatoes here, right? So if you add about 2 or 3 teaspoons of your pasta sauce to this, it'll give you a really nice taste. If you want to go ahead and do that, you can do that right now. If not also, it's okay. I mean, if you're going to use paneer, I would say do not use the pasta sauce. But if you're using, any other type of a mock meat or tofu, I would say add a little bit of pasta sauce and be good. I did not add that to the ingredient list, but it's a very interesting, secret ingredient to add if you want a very, a different punch. So let me see if I have. Sapti, can you check if there's pasta sauce in the fridge?
Right there.
Can you check?
Right there.
No, that's unopened. Okay, perfect. So next, what I'm going to do is let's check if we have pasta sauce. Okay. So I'm going to add pasta sauce in here, just about a tablespoon.
We have a question from Meena. Meena,
Okay.
your line is open. You're unmuted.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, do you have a question? Okay, maybe she stepped away. We can keep going.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is add the mock meat inside. And after you add the mock meat, of course, you need to make sure you season this also. Okay. See, this mock meat will already have a little bit of salt in them. So you just go very easy on the salt. And the taco seasoning that I was talking about, mine is a salt-free taco seasoning. Okay, I like to get my seasoning which is without any salt, but not all the time it will be salt-free. So when you buy something, it should say salt-free, right? If not, go very, very. I mean, if it's salt-free, then you know how much salt to add, right? If it has salt, then you have to be very, very careful. Okay, now I'm getting a very nice aroma. Okay. So what do we do next? So this needs to cook a little bit. I mean, especially these kind of mock meats are pre-cooked, right? And even your soya chunks are kind of pre-cooked. So you don't have to cook them for a long period of time. But if it is going to be tofu, I would say you need to cook for at least about, I mean, I would say about, probably about 5 minutes. Okay, there you go. So this is your filling. It's almost ready. Okay, so what I have is, just before I finish, I'm going to add a few things. One is jalapeno peppers, right? I like jalapenos, you know, I like to eat fresh jalapenos, and it's awesome for us, right? I mean, it kind of gives you the kick. But sometimes you might find jalapenos to be extremely spicy. If you want to reduce the spice in your jalapeno, you need to cook them or you need to fry them first. So while even before you added the celery or any other vegetable, just after you added the onions, you could add the jalapeno peppers, which means then the spice in the jalapeno, when you eat them, will be milder. So you can do it then. But here, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add jalapenos up top. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sweet corn, frozen sweet corn, and some coriander leaves. Okay, perfect. Let's give this a stir. Tapti, do you want to taste it or do you want me to taste it? Okay. Looks like she still doesn't want to show her face in the video. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to taste this to make sure that the salt and the spice level is right. I like it. So the question is, what can you serve with this, right? So what I have today is tortillas. You can serve them with tacos. You can make dosa, and instead of masala dosa, you can fill this with that. You can actually make a sandwich out of this. The best combination would be to use this kind of a filling and also add like fresh avocados in your sandwich. So that also will be good. So any one of you, if you want to, I mean, once you prepare, if you have bread, so I think Anvi or Asya or whoever's cooking, I would like to see the finished product. It'd be great if you could kind of send us a copy of the finished product. In the, I mean, there is a website that we share with you. I mean, if you can go there and post your pictures in the comment section, that would be great. It will be of a great inspiration for other kids to kind of see and then cook. So please do that. If not, actually send it to us, to any one of us, and then we can post it for you. So I mean, I would recommend at least one of you use bread and create a sandwich, and then basically show it to us. Okay, cool. So how am I going to serve this today? Right? Let's do that right now. So mine is almost done. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. Give it turn off. Move the, let me see if I can
Actually, Tapti, can you hold that?
People can see your fingers.
I know.
Okay, that is the dish. You want to come in closer?
Wow, it's yummy.
So that is our dish. And what are we serving with today? We're serving with sour cream. There we go. A little bit of salsa.
Just wait till everybody's done.
Some cheese. Some chips. And I already made some tortillas in here. So there you go. So that is our dinner tonight. I hope you kids like it. Cool. Any questions? No? Okay, can we, I mean, whoever's cooking, can you go in and share your video, raise your hand so that Ganesh uncle can put you as a primary focus so that we can see your dish.
Yeah, I can spotlight your video if you can raise your hand.
Uh-huh.
A sec. So, Sarna Nachi, let me spotlight her video. Unmute. Sarna Nachi, you're unmuted.
Andy, do you want to say? Yeah, here we have tofu.
Spotlighted, yeah. Spotlighted, yeah. Go for it.
Yeah. Tofu and the rest are same as what Babiji had. And we have the bread here. So once this is ready, it will get into the bread.
Awesome. Akshaya, you want to share yours? Anybody else? Go ahead.
Well, like Akshaya.
Yeah, let's hold on 1 second. I'm just. Hold on.
Okay, I can see Akshaya cooking something. Okay, is that tofu, Akshaya?
Give me 1 second. I'm muting her. 1 second. I'm trying to find her. So many people. Oh, yeah, there you go. I've unmuted Akshaya.
Hello. You want the tofu oda சேர்ந்து meal maker போட்டிருக்கான்.
Awesome. Okay. Do share what you guys made, taste it, and share your comments with us. Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Anybody else who's cooking who would like to share?
Oh yeah, it says me.
Yes.
You spotlighted. Go for it.
Oh my God! Look at that. Awesome.
We make chicken.
Chicken.
No.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes little.
Awesome. Awesome, guys.
Anyone else want
Have fun.
It's good.
Perfect.
Oh, Vijay, we have another volunteer. Like Sanjay wants to showcase.
Okay.
Spotlighting Sanjay. Sanjay, go for it.
Hey, Sanjay.
So we added soya chunks, corn, coriander leaves, and then we have some tacos. Taco thing.
Awesome.
And then we also have some cheese.
Perfect, guys. Perfect. Oh my God, I'm loving this. This is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, taste it and let me know how it is, okay? Perfect. Okay, do we have Sachin?
No, Sachin. I don't know. Is there another Sachin here?
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. Is there anyone else who wants to showcase? No. I think we're good here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Janani. I saw Janani cooking.
Yeah, can you spotlight Bhavani?
I think it's Bhavani. Yeah, can you?
Aparna's raise their hands.
Yeah, spotlight Aparna.
Give me 1 second, guys. We have Bhavani. Should we spotlight Bhavani?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. What is that? Is that
Soya. We added
soya?
soya.
Perfect. Awesome. Awesome. That looks awesome. So what are you going to serve it with?
With tacos.
Oh, that looks lovely. Awesome, guys. Awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Anybody else who wants to showcase?
I think that's what we have.
Okay. Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. I hope all of you had fun. We'll go ahead, stop the recording, and we'll share the pictures as well as we'll share the video with you in the website. It will be available shortly, okay? I mean, have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week, okay? Bye.